No, now it is.
Yes, but now you're good.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Ugh. Wow, I'm looking rough. Okay. That was an ordeal. All right. Fortunately, I can't really. What if I twist it? I'm too afraid to twist it. I'm too afraid to twist it. Let me see if I can twist it. No! Alex! Mayday! Oh no. Wait, maybe I didn't break it. Maybe I didn't break it. Maybe I didn't break it. Yippee! Yippee! Alright. Let me fix this just a little bit. That's a little better. Alright. That's about as good as it's gonna get today. I don't know what's going on with my setup today. Maybe. Maybe a bit better. Mm. I'm like way scooched over today. Right where the water's. Yeah, and you're about to be hella irritating. I know it. You have been yelling at me for the past 2 hours with no end in sight because you're not getting the attention you want, huh? I know. I know, baby. You can't come in the bathtub. I know. Maybe I can, like, wait. Wait. No, I'm just gonna have to sit crisscross applesauce and hope for the best. I'm like cropped crazy. Hang on. Nope, I'm just not gonna touch anything. Because last time I touched anything, yeah, if you can help with the camera angle. Um, I wanted to twist it so I don't have to like sit sideways, but if I gotta sit sideways, I'll sit sideways. It's not the end of the deal. Um, but hello everyone. I catfish y'all, I don't have a pool. I'm house sitting though, so I got the big bathtub. You know what that means. Inheriting the luxury of it all. Um, my kitty is in here, so if you randomly hear some yelling, thank you, Big Pimp. Um,
There.
yeah, but specifically it's the YouTube one. I'm worried about the webcam because it's a little low. The webcam's a little too low, angled down. Unfortunately, my phone is fine, but no, it does not stay on that. And I've tried.
You sure? Let me try.
Okay. But hello everyone on Instagram. For those of you on YouTube, if you see the ceiling, it is just gonna have to be what it is right now. But I hope everyone's having a good evening. Um, okay, hang on. Listen, before we get into how everything is going, listen. I got I got a drink. It was a I was intending on going extremely on time, but then I was having every technical difficulty under the sun, including right now. But so far, so good. I am. No, my live video ended. I don't know how. I literally don't know how that happened. Okay. I don't know what happened. I got canceled, I guess. If it could go a little touch lower. Actually, no, that's perfect. Leave it where it is. Thank you. And
You want us to?
nope, it's fine.
Okay.
I don't even want to mess with it. I'm fine just now.
I can.
Nope, I'm fine. Thank you. Everything's already watching. Who else watching with one hand? I'm gonna beat your ass just for that. But sorry everyone. I got Instagram silenced me, and I don't know why. So it's a what's the word I'm looking for? I lied. I'm not doing what's the word? Hmm. Sorry everyone, I had to restart the stream. Everything all great. But everything is going not according to plan today. But you know what? That means Thursdays is gonna be good. So that's all it is. I'm sorry, I don't know why I termed the live on Instagram. I don't know why. My can't you YouTube got in Twitch got to see the ceiling because the webcam fell, but everything should be good now. Everything should be good now. But I hope everyone's having a great evening. I've got bubbles because I forgot all my props, guys. Remember how I said I went and quickly, very quickly got what's the word I'm looking for? Ready on what was it? Thursday? And I didn't grab everything I needed. So yeah, but I'm house sitting, so I get the big bathtub. Big bathtub for house sitting. Or mini hot tub. Mini hot tub. But um but yes. Sorry that it ended. I don't even know. I don't know what happened. But I think I accidentally hit the X and I wasn't trying to. We were just trying to adjust something else, but we're all good in the hood. Everything's all good now. Thank God. So this is probably, I think I'm good now. No more technical issues. If there's another technical issues, I'm just gonna drown. I'm just gonna drown. But I don't have my props. I don't have my other cosplays and stuff like that. I'm just gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. But thank you for being here. I'm also in the middle of the bathtub instead of leaning back more because set that set that notification again. Wait, can you? I don't know how to do that. It only does it when I initially start. My apologies, girl. You cannot be here today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My kitty wants me right here. And the other day I was taking just a regular bath, a bath for cleanliness and stuff like that. And she was just like posted up over here, just like, but I'm all like cockeyed too. So sorry, guys. I'm just gonna rotate. But I hope everyone's having a good evening. It's hot now because I've been sitting in this trying to figure this out. But it's okay. Oh, she does not need to be removed. She's goaded. She's goaded. She left on her own. But how is everyone else doing? I have been house sitting, as I mentioned earlier. Sorry for rehashing that 30 million times. But how do I say this? I've been watching dogs, and one of the dogs has like special needs, so he's been, he's just needed extra help. Um, and that'll be that. So I'm sorry for inconsistencies. I'm only here till Sunday, which means Thursday is going to be another tub stream. Sorry, I don't really have another option here. Hopefully my masked wig won't look like this next time I do anything with her. It's so puffy, and I think it's because I just rolled her up in a bag and I tossed her in. So, but I have no props, no gimmicks. It's just me sitting in a fucking tub today. My apologies, but ignore the color. It's not pee, but it's green apple martini and some wine. So I need it. Not a wig hair. I can't win. I can't win today, guys. I'm sorry. So I was about 10 minutes late. I restarting it. I was 10 minutes late. I'm sorry. Nothing was working. I should have tried to set it up way before I actually did. It is what it is. So I'm going to, you can kind of see the green in the bottom. There's a green martini drink in this guy. So I can relax and hang out with you guys. So hopefully it's not too much of a problem. I guess that's kind of what we do anyway. Sorry, there's a wig hair in my mouth. It's gonna stay. It's gonna stay. I don't know what to tell y'all. But que sera, sera. Whatever will be, right? Sorry for anybody who's just rejoined because I accidentally ended the live with my big fat stupid thumb. That was my bad. I don't know what happened. I was like, the fuck? But that was on me. That was on me. Much like everything else that's going wrong this evening. But I will be drinking. I am doing okay, all things considered. I'm house sitting, so thus change of circumstances. But that means I get the big tub, even though I don't get to quite use it because of angling, which will get fixed by Thursday because we'll get two in while we're here. I'm watching some dogs. One's a puppy and one is special needs. So, well, recently, special needs, but um, so it's been a lot, but it's okay. We're good. He's a good boy. She's a good girl. I have my cats and my dog here, so it's just been a full party. So, how has everybody been doing? I hope everyone's been doing good otherwise. Alex remarked to me, it's like, you pick the craziest time to add a stream schedule time, and I was like, yeah, but we are gonna go live on Thursday. I don't foresee a reason that that's not gonna happen. So, girl, I'm not playing with you tonight. Hi, baby. She might end up posting up over here, but I don't think she's really gonna do much of nothing. There's no room for you, baby. There's no room. I'm sorry. But I hope everyone's having a great evening. I know it's a Tuesday. I'm drinking on a Tuesday. I normally don't do that, such evil deeds, but um I have water here too. Not just. But from Thursday to I swear to God now, it's been just busy. So like Thursday I had to quickly pack, house sitting, that whole nine. Oh, now you can see her. Now she's happy. Hi, baby. See, now you can see Clue. She's just gonna walk on by. Right, baby. Okay. And Thursday evening into Friday, because they left really early on Friday morning, like super early. Um, and their dogs get up early because they're not on my schedule, they're on their schedule, and they're older people, lovingly, they're old people. So they get up at like, girl, no, 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 we're not playing with the window. Um, so it's been a time and a half. I see you. No, no, no. I see you. No, no, no. Yeah, that's what I thought, little girl. You're so full of mischief. But aside from that, um, he's just requires special needs. He requires a lot of medication. Requires consistent medication now. Not to bum anyone out, just like a quick summation. He got diagnosed very, very recently with cancer, like a few weeks ago at this point. And he was on a different medication, which they had to stop because he was starting to react badly to it. So they put him on another medicine. He requires a lot of needs. Um, it is what it is. He's a sweet boy. He's a good boy. It's just he has a mass in his bladder and it cannot be removed. So because of where it is. So I'm caring for him and his much younger sister, she is under a year still. She's I think 7 months. So she's a lot, but she's sweet. She's a good girl. She's a puppy. She's just a baby. And then I have my dog, my two cats. But enough about me. How is the gang? How's everyone doing? Um, Also sorry for being late. Truthfully, I tried my best and everything started breaking. So I'm sorry. But otherwise we're doing pretty good. Sorry for the whack angle. This will also be fixed by Thursday for sure. Because I won't wait till I didn't wait that long. I gave myself 15 minutes to set up lights. It does not take me that long normally. It takes me like a couple minutes. So and it's a Tuesday at 9. So I understand. I don't know. But maybe when I start drinking it'll be more fun. There's one thing that's nice with working from home is I can always house sit for friends and family and stuff like that. But the one thing that's nice for working from home is if I'm a little groggy in the morning, I don't gotta get dressed. I can stay in my pajamas and I can do whatever I need to do. So it's not too bad. But hopefully everyone else is doing well. Sorry for my what was me story. It's over. It's over. No more sad. No more sad. Happy only. Good vibes only. Good vibes only. Um, but deep breaths. We're all good. Um, and I will be here again in the bathtub, but probably a better setup on Thursday. But aside from that, I haven't done terribly too much. This setting up for stream today was a mess, but we're all golden now. Golden, good. I don't have any props. I'm propless, so I'm just gonna have to keep pushing bubbles around so it looks more full. But I'm propless, guys. I'm never caught without a prop. Y'all know me. I love a prop. I love a gig. I like an angle. I like an idea. And I don't have any ideas. It's just me sitting fucking in a swimsuit in the fucking tub. Well, not even a swimsuit, like a top in swimsuit in a tub. So it is what it is. So sorry. Also, for those of you in the know, since you've seen me last, let's do a quick play by play. Um, I know a lot of you guys were asking how my hip has been. My hip is good now. For my hip and back. Back good. Nerve pain done. We're golden now. I am all healed up. I'm goaded. Um, as far as thank you, I'm cosplaying Mast from Nikkei, but this is her maid outfit. That's definitely not just a pirate outfit because she's a pirate in her heart. She's one of my favorite ones. I don't know. I don't have like a ton of favorite Nikkeis, but I have a few that I love, and Mast is one of the ones I really love. But it is a little hot. I made the pool. I made the pool a little hot, so um. But I don't actually have a pool. Um, I guess, but I hope everyone's doing a really good job in today, even though today's a Tuesday. We just got our week started. So let's hang out and vibe. I feel like hanging out and vibing is kind of the move today. Um, last time, since you saw me last, what did I do? Got here, Saturday, my, the dog I'm looking after, he was having a really rough time in the evening, so that was really rough. But I had friends' parties, birthday party thing, and then Sunday it was just deal with the medical issues and stuff like that. But now, and now we're tubbing. Now we're having tubby time, as one could say. So we're all moving in the right direction. I will be back to the normal location on Sunday, and we don't have to worry about a thing. We don't have to worry about a thing. So hopefully y'all are having a better week than I am, but everything will work itself out. So don't stress. Never stress. It's never a reason. It's all temporary. Um, all temporary or whatever. Pain, suffering, temporary for, you know, next thing. There are always worse things in life. That part. That part. Um, it is a little hot in here. I cannot lie, but it'll probably cool down. You know what would cool me down in my little drinky drink? Hmm. And when I get back, the first stream we are going to do is that fucking cooking stream. I want to do that bet more than anything, guys. I I love the idea. I love to cook. If y'all know me personally more, that not like you guys don't know me personally. If you knew me in my personal life, but if you knew me more, Red Lobster. If you knew me personally, more, I love to cook. It's one of my favorite things to do. So it is what it is. So I'm really excited to cook with you guys. I think it'll be really fun. Also, sorry if you hear me squeak across the hot tub pool floor. Right? It's just my swimsuit going. But we're all good. We're all golden. Excited for chef. Listen, I wouldn't go as far as say I'm a chef. I would say, however, that I love to cook. It's very fun. I find it really relaxing. I know it's not everyone's favorite thing, but it's my favorite thing. I enjoy it a lot. Um, but you know what the best part about bathtub streams is? When I am done, I take off my cosplay. I can just wash my face right here. I've got a whole bowl of soap so I can get rid of the lashes and clean everything off my body, and I'm freed. Freed, freed, freed. Except this cosplay's a little too big, so I got to make sure I take the clips off because I have like clips down my back. It's just it was a way too big. But that's a project for another day. Actually, I've considered doing like streams where I work on stuff, but I think that'd be really boring unless I yap a lot, which I tend to do anyway. Oh my god, I can slide if on a patch of soap, so now I can sit more comfortably. So, one thing I want to do really quickly is wipe up some water. Oh my god, I am so excited to cook with you guys. I am dead ass. It's my one of my the thing I've been looking forward to the most. That's why when I was like, I don't know if you guys want to watch me cook, and then everyone's like, cooking would be so fun. I was like, pause. I do like a cooking stream. I do like a cooking stream. Also I like watching them. I like when people, well, sometimes. It depends on what they're cooking, but like I like watching people cook and then try it and stuff like that. But I don't like when people do that giant thing where they're just like eating like they cook like a whole bunch and then this but the spectacle is like the noise. Like um I know some people really like that, the ASMR stuff. That's not for me. The food noises kill me. Oh, and I think I was up till really, really late last night. So if I am a little low energy, my apologies. Cause mukbang, yeah, I don't mind when people like cook a little bit, but when people like and like taste it and eat it, it's just like when they try to get the full sound experience. I'm like, I'm not feeling that. Actually, I am not feeling that whatsoever because like I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there are people who like food uh sounds like eating sounds. I'm sure there are people who like eating sounds. Are you one of them? You coming in yelling? Okay, I don't even know if y'all can hear her. She just came in yelling. You're gonna be evicted if you keep behaving like this. Noise complaint. No, she said. Okay. All right. Okay, baby girl. But anyway. Mm. This is not pee. Swear to God. It is some wine mixed with green apple martini thingy. This. The rest of it's thawed, so I can. Girl, this is not a you time. You will be very unhappy if you get wet. You do not want to play. So let's put you in the back. How about that? Is that better? She has never, like, I have been here before with her, and she has never really given a shit about this place. She's brave. The other day I was like taking a bath and she like came down like on the back way over here and was like trying to drink the water. I'm like, get your ass out of here, freak. That's some freak nasty behavior. But I appreciate, sorry for restarting the stream, sorry for being late, sorry for all these things. It's been it's been hectic, I'm not gonna lie. This is like not the space. How I originally my vision is not speaking. It's not speaking to my vision. So imagine a better vision and a better setup, and that's what I had in mind. I'm sorry, I'll fix it next time. I'll fix it next time. But I heard a quote once. It's like, don't do it to be perfect. Do it to get it. Do it to do it. Like, don't wait until it's perfect. Just do it. That's it. Don't wait till it's perfect. Just do it. Because that holds a lot of people back. A lot of people are like, well, you know, I even say the same thing for like cosplaying and stuff like that. Because the question I get is like, oh, well, how do you start? You just start. You just start, dude. Like, you just take your first time and just go for it. Um, Also, I will say one thing I will fix is air circulation. It's warm. It's also really hot outside, so that's probably has a lot to do with it. I went on a walk earlier because I needed to get out of the house. I needed to get out of here, guys. It gets a little stuffy. And with that amount of animals, it's just a lot of more work than I'm used to. Because like my two cats and Makai are all extremely low maintenance. Like extremely low maintenance. Like Kai, he goes on his WOKs, his walks. Um the cats they eat twice a day. They feed wet, we feed them wet. We feed Kai wet and kibble. And it's really easy. And then it's like we get here and there's just like they have a lot more needs, which is fine. but it's a lot more than I'm used to, and they wake up a lot earlier than I thought they would. Because it's like, bestie, I'm like, it's 5 a.m. What are we doing? But yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna go to full 11 today. I'm gonna try my best. I was up. A TLDR was I could not sleep because I was having a physiological panic attack type situation. My palms were all sweaty and my heart was racing, and I couldn't just get settled. So I was up really late. There's nothing I could do about it. Yada yada. Um, but we will see. We'll see. I always say that, and then I end up making it to 11 anywhere close to 11 anyway. So let me drink something refreshing, and then we'll see. We'll go from there. But yeah. So honestly, been pretty boring. Otherwise, my hat is trying to slide away from me. It don't like me. My hat don't like me. It is what it is. Um, terrifying. Oh, it's fine. I've had it happen before. It's kind of annoying because it's like I have to like in the moment it's like scary or whatever, but like there's also a part like a part of my brain that's like I have work in the morning. I don't have time for this type of mentality. It's like I have work, I have shit to do. I don't have time to not have sleep. And you're just gonna sit across in the bathroom and stare at me? Oh no, now she's gonna leave. My cat is a little toxic sometimes. When she doesn't get her way, she's very toxic sometimes. Um, so it is what it is. It's not too bad though. Truthfully, I'm pretty good at mitigating it. It's just I have to wait till it's over. Like, what else am I gonna do? You know? So it is what it is. I need to take a swig. Blah. Delicious. Mhm. Kind of. It's okay. It's not the worst combination I've ever had. But my God, it's not the heat, it's the humidity. No dead ass. Um, but it kind of comes down to the fact is like I got shit to do. Not a lot of shit, but it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot that I'm not used to, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if you guys are the same, but I like my space, my home, my dwelling, my all of that nonsense. I don't like being moved. Obviously, like I'm house sitting for family, so like, what am I gonna do? Like say no? That's just not really like people help me out with watching Kai and the cats, so I'm like I don't know. I don't really say no, especially given the circumstances. But it's always like, man, do I hate it. I'm going to be so keeping a buck with you guys. I hate it. It's because I like my space. I like my routine. I like like everything. Like, I don't like when I can't find stuff and I want to work on stuff and then suddenly I can't find what I want to work on. And I'm sorry my wig is so chopped, guys. I swear to God, I just put it on the bag and it's just, I worked a 9 to 5 today. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? But it is what it is. So instead, we will think of good things. Only good vibes only from here on out. So no more complaining. No more complaining. No one wants to fucking come out here and complain. No one wants to hear that shit. So I'm gonna keep it positive. And positively, I need to finish my drink. Actually, it's not a lot. It's just in a. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's Mr. He's like Larry from SpongeBob, but I don't know what the Red Lobster guy's name is. See, delicious. Um, I'm gonna do one thing real quick, but I'm gonna keep you up and I'll do it. So, not to put you guys on, but I'm gonna put you guys on. So, I've seen like a lot recently when it comes to cosplaying and stuff like that. People are really getting into. I haven't seen cosplays of it yet, but I'm starting to see a little bit more. But I'm telling you, if you haven't checked out Goku Rakugai yet, it's getting more fan art. It's getting more love, and I love when a series I like gets fan art and love. Um, Let me see if I can. Oh no. Let's see if I can do this. Mm, I could try my best. Okay, hang on. Yes, I know, baby girl. Um, but I'm telling you, I've been seeing fan art of it recently, and it's been getting uh fan art. It's been getting more attention. Collapse, and I was like, please, guys, I need you to get in on this. I haven't seen any cosplays yet, but I'm gonna be doing a cosplay for Yoma. If anyone's going to Yoma, um, if anyone's going to Yoma, I'm gonna be doing a cosplay from there. And also a lot of it's streetwear, so it's a lot more accessible. It's kind of like how I think Chainsaw Man's really accessible. Sorry for all the clacking. I swear to God, this will stop. Um, but I'm just doing something real quick. Um, um, but it's a lot more accessible because you can really do whatever you want with it because it has a lot of streetwear um and stuff. Okay. And then I'm just fixing one thing. Alright. Uh, fixed. Okay, we're good now. We're good now. Um, gross. Sorry. I got a little burp. But, you guys, if I haven't put you on Goku Rakuga yet, check it out. It's a monthly release, which I know some of y'all love, some of y'all don't love, and I don't want to say, like, you should check it out if you don't like monthly, but so far that I've read it, it hasn't done anything to piss me off, which is unique in shonen. Listen, I love shonen action. Don't get me wrong. Actually, no, get me wrong. I generally don't. I'm about this close to take my hat off, y'all. It's sliding. Actually, is it sliding or am I just not remembering? We'll figure out. If it falls off, it falls off. And that's just how it is. But I'm telling you, monthly release, it's pretty good. And also if you haven't been reading JoJo Lands, obviously I recommend that. I will say, because a lot of people are like, "Oh, do you have to read and watch the other parts?" Yes and no. Pause when I say this. Yes, in the sense is like it will probably help you understand what's going on, but they are standalone stories. So if you are familiar with JoJo's, but you didn't read like Steel Ball Run or you didn't read JoJo Lands, I don't think there's anything that doubles up. So you should be fine because I don't think there's any carryover that much. And if you want to go back and read it, you can. Tasty. But I do recommend it. But it is monthly release. I think I've been I fell behind on Gachi Akata, not because I don't like it, because I have to read it on the sketchiest website. I'm sorry. Call me whatever you want for this. I do not like a lot of those really like sites where you have to buy tokens to read a chapter. That bullshit. Don't get me fucking the wig hair. I've been freed of it. The one that's been in my mouth. I've been freed. I've been freed. Oh my god. Also, like Loki melting. I should get. I wish I had my hand fan. That'd be kind of puss if I'm just. I'll use this really old shower gel I used to make the bubbles. Honestly, though, kind of slime. But I will say, Gokuraka guy W so far. So far, um, we're all using. Okay, I have Jump because Jump you can have it on multiple accounts. And it's not my account, but it's also like extremely cheap. Like it's like a couple bucks. versus like there's a one that fucking okay. Let me get started on these fucking tokens. I go to try to read it legitimately, right? I try to do the right thing, do what you're supposed to, yada yada yada. But at heart, I'm kind of a pirate. It's the same way I don't have Crunchyroll. But Crunchyroll, I feel actually I will start just a quick. Everything else aside, all of their sketchiness around AI, world politic, all that other shit, all that aside, I don't like when it's like one, maybe two companies max that have access to everything. And then like someone the other day, like they took a bunch of old series off and it's just gone. There's nowhere else you can stream it. I don't like that. So I watch it on sketchy sites. Sketchy site. But the fucking listen, there's 3 billion, so I'm not airing anything out. But if like when it comes to whatever manga you want to like read that's like monthly, I swear to God, or like weekly on these weird ass sites, swear to God, you can find like 3 million. Read this thing now, and then you get like 15 booby ads. But if you have an ad block, it's not as bad. But or if you're, I'm on my phone reading it. I'll be real. I just scroll. Listen, back in my day, you used to have to get like you used to have to get used to ignoring the hot horny milfs in your area. Back in my day, it's like I was a kid and I was just like, yeah, that's spam. We have to understand, like, these are institutions that we need. I.e., I accidentally hit the thingy with my foot. But we're all good. We're all good. Oh, what's it? The water release was my foot. Oops. But this thing, it's like an 80s style bathtub, which is really nice. But they don't really angle down, so they don't like drain the water super fast. So if I accidentally do that, I have a lot of time to correct it before it becomes a problem. But um, I can't say that I recommend anything when it comes to legally. I can't say read it off a sketchy site, but we're all doing it. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. We're all doing it. We're all reading. Read. What's a good spoof website now? Read so and so now, no tokens. Or read so and so online. They're all called that. And then you scroll and you're just like, what the fuck is this? It's like it's a ticket to get me malware. But do I get to read the series I like to read? Yes. For clarity, if you do have the Jump app, you do not have to do that for Goku Rakugai. It is on the Jump app, so that is what it is. So, sorry if I keep moving back and forth. I know I said my hip feels better. It's like at a 95, so sometimes being in a certain position makes me a little uncomfortable, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Um, so most of the time I'll be secure, but I do recommend it. I will say though, I'm not the biggest action fan, so when people come to me and are like, I really like Solo Leveling, I'm like, I really like what's that one that's like a whole nothing burger? It also starts. It's not Goku Rakugai. It's not Gachiakuto, but it also starts with a G. And I was like, yeah, you mean the most basic action manga I've ever heard of? I don't even know what it's called. It's that bad when I don't even know what it's called, guys. That's not good. Anyway, the dude has like a scar, a la Tanjiro. Don't get me started. I didn't really like Demon Slayer either. I'm gonna be real. There's a lot of things I didn't really like though. I'm very picky. Love Dorohedoro. So if you Die Dark, that's her current work. Um, I think it's still in publication. Obviously not current. Telling on myself, but Kagachi Gurabachi. That's it. Thank you, thank you. That one. It's lame. It is what it is. And also, don't get me started. Where like, okay, I'm gonna start this. Gege Akutami. Don't get me started. I know a lot of people like JJK. I did until I didn't. And when I didn't, it started pissing me off because I wanted a resolution, a something, some type of payoff. and I got nothing. I'm not gonna get into it. Listen, misspelling or not, I got you. Don't you worry about it. Um, but Jujutsu Kaisen pissing me off. However, there are some things I liked about it, so I'm not gonna pretend like I hate everything because that's not true. But I don't like that it wastes my time, and that's where how I felt about it. Let's put it that way. But it is what it is, you know. But to get on with newer series, that's the thing I wanted to talk about. Gege Akutami, that charlatan, that fucking hack, um, made another series. And you can say what you want about Don Don Don. It's not my favorite piece of media. There's a lot of problems with it. There's a lot of cool experimental things they do, but there's a lot of things that I'm not a fan of or I think is like lame. I could get into it if that's something people wanted, but or I will, but pause. I'll do that real quick, and then we'll get back to me slandering Gege Akutami because it's my favorite hobby. Fuck that motherfucker. I do not. Well, I can't say I hate him. Don't know him personally. But what I will say is, how the fuck are you gonna waste my time with cool ass designs, cool ass like ideas, and then never pay off one thing that you promised? Not one. Okay, so we on Gege, but I gotta say this. Hang on. Pause. Bro makes a sequel series. He's not doing the art for, which I don't know. Some people felt some type of way about that. I'm like, well, maybe dude just didn't want to draw. Like, I don't know. That doesn't seem like my business. I think if he wants to draw or not want to draw, that's a him call, not a me call. It's like you could be a mangaka and like have a story you want out there. There's plenty of manga and artist pairs. There's plenty of people who do art for other story makers who also do their own manga. Like Oshinoko, like the author is the guy who did fuck, what can't I remember their name? You know, the fucking oh my god. Why can't I think of their name? Chika Fujiwara, fucking Satome, and then Shirogane, and all them. Why can't I remember it? Whatever. Wrote that one. Um Alex, I need your help. What was it called? Hmm. Kaguya. Thank you. Kaguya. Love is War. Thank you. And he wrote for Oshinoko but did not draw. So like I don't know. I don't speak on that because I also think some people are really stubborn about keeping up their drawing despite them not physically being able, and it like then they never get a new chapter and it's a whole new thing, and that's not my experience. I don't have a mangaka that does that, but I know that's like the experience of like Hunter x Hunter fans. So again, no one's owed everything, but it's something to keep in mind. But so Gege's not drawing. Whatever. It's not like his drawing was like super over the top. Like that wasn't like the main draw to the series. And also you can have good character design without it being like the main point, right? Like without it being your drawing. You could explain a character. It's not that big a deal. But bro just wanted to capitalize off Don. Can I just say that? Because now we're adding aliens and ghosts, and now it's a dude like a dude girl protagonist, and they're set in the same age and like the same sort of set. I know they're brother and sister. That doesn't stop gay. Ooh, who said that? Did you hear that? Who said that? Okay. I'm gonna speed run my issues with Gege Akutami. That doesn't mean any other people, they suck too, for whatever. But how we have no time to do any of our main plot points, but we have time to add incest, grooming, all that shit. We have plenty of time for that, but nothing good. Interesting. Interesting. But I digress. We're being positive today. We're being positive. But it did feel like Down to Dawn, did it not? That was just like, now we're doing aliens and folk legends? That sounds familiar. A little too familiar. Hmm. But I have plenty of issues with Down to Dawn. Don't get me started. There are some obvious ones. There's other ones where no, not my spicy opinion. Actually, I do have an unpopular opinion. I don't like Momo Okarun. I don't care for it. It's lame. It's insta love. It's boring. What's interesting about it? That's me checking my watch. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until there's nothing. They immediately fall in love. There's no stakes, and then it's just misunderstanding plot, misunderstanding plot, misunderstanding plot, misunderstanding plot. Boring. That's why when I was like, Ira's the goat, you guys just don't know it yet because you guys are like, they just cute. I don't think so. It's like the only thing they have in common is that circumstance. And I think it's very pause. I'm over kind of the trope of there's a really cool person. And then there's someone who, if they were a few years older and hated women a little more, they would be called a certain I word. But listen, I like dork popular person getting together, but there's something about like I'm kind of overseeing it because it feels like it's a fantasy fulfilling thing. Also, would have loved it better if Momo was originally supposed to be the only main character. Okarun wasn't even like a footnote really. And I think that would have been better because I like Momo. I don't like Okarun. He doesn't develop, nothing really happens. He's just there. GG was a fun, but like nothing happened with. It's just stupid, like because it's like basic. You can't do a will they, won't they if they're already together. Come on, it's annoying. Bah. And it's like I don't want to see teenagers in their underwear every few minutes, which like I feel like Don Don is a little too much. Like whatever, like it's not. I'm not the target audience, so I don't like to like be like that. But right, Alex. Particularly Gyaru FMMCs being shipped with incels is like astoundingly. I'm not saying Okarun is one, but that is a trend I've noticed, and I don't really fuck with that because Gyaru girls are already treated a certain way, and I feel like it only confirms a weird thing of, oh, she's misunderstood. I thought she was easy. It's like she's a kid. She's a kid, and also like, hello. And then it's just like somebody who like doesn't interact with society. It's like, well, what the fuck? Like for instance, when I like Okuro and Momo, it's in the first episode when they push and pull back on each other more, where like they are like Momo's like, well, you have this expectation of people that's kind of on you. Like that's not what people are. And they kind of push and pull on each other. I'm like, I wish they did that longer before they fell into oh, they're immediately like obviously they're gonna end up together, but like at least like build it. And then it's just like, I'm jealous of her. I'm jealous of him. I'm jealous of this. We're adding another girl. We're adding another guy. And then it's like, we misunderstood each other. It's like it will literally take my shit smooth off. That's why Momo and Ira are better. And that's my thing. Well, and hear me out, because if I've read to a point in the manga, they slow build and actually like tease out like their friendship actually builds on shared instances and earning each other's trust and talking through each other. And they really have like a really good build. Like, truthfully, of any relationship that's ever built in that fucking manga, the only one that's really super worthwhile is Momo and Ira's like companionship and how they become to rely on each other. Ira becoming more of a leader and like being more like and all of that. I just think that's much like I'm like this feels like something that was planned out instead of just insta love. Which you can love insta love. Like listen, there's plenty of sorry, I'm itching my leg. But there's plenty of insta love stories I don't mind. I'm just it's not my favorite. Like that's why there's some romances that I like and there's some that I don't. And that's why. And not to say, and this has nothing to do with Okarun. I do not think Okarun is an incel. I want that to be very clear. I do think it's a very troubling trend, and I think actually my opinion, the progenitor of it that got really popular was Nagatoro. I know that's not quite the same thing, but I think it's a progenitor, and I don't have any proof, but I feel like that became a little too popular in certain spaces and for certain reasons. And that's where I think the problem is. But that's not. Listen, and also, just because I don't like it doesn't mean other people can't like it. And there's things to be said and that I like about Don Don. There's something I like about the alien ghost pairing. And I like early, like, first episode, like when Okaru and Momo have that dynamic, and I like when they interact that way. But they don't as much anymore, because then it becomes like an awkward, you make my heart go doki doki bullshit. And it's like, if that had slow build instead of just like being like, what was it, episode 3? I agree. But it's also like, I was saying it's not explicit, but I think it's a progenitor, because I didn't know if Nagatoro was a gal, so I didn't want to like speak on something I didn't know. So, but that's like my biggest thing. If it built more and they did that more, I would like it. I would like them as a pairing more. Right now, it's kind of nothing. Like, and then Gigi's is just emoting, which, you know what? W for Gigi emoting. He's just gonna stay emoting, and I kind of, I kind of fuck with that heavy. Gigi in the background of any fucking panel is just. And I was like, if anyone didn't need a tone indicator ever when they spoke, it's probably Gigi. Because Gigi's sitting there just the whole time, which I think is fun. So I like their thing. But do I think Gege Hakatami was capitalizing off of the popularity of Don? Absolutely. I have one last little crumb of a hot take. I like Creepy Nuts. Don't get me wrong. Their intro for Call of the Night is better. I like the Don intro. They did Mashal too, right? Like that one too. Even though, how does Mashal run? Because that concept seems to be. I mean, it probably builds into something. Because it reminds me of like it's an edutainment one. Hang on, I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's like Heavy Are the Weights We Lift or something like that. And it's like bordering edutainment. Like it teaches you a lot about working out and like nutrition and shit. But it's also just an anime and it does anime stuff. So it's just like, okay, it's very interesting. And it reminds me of that, and I don't know why. I think because Mashal is just strong. But whenever I think of like Heavier the Weights You Lift, I think of Mashal, even though I've never watched Mashal. I think it's fun though. But I do know as far as magical stuff going on, if Witch Hat, that. And I hope it wins a lot of awards this season for all of its very unique shit it brings to the table, endearing characters, and all that jazz. Also, I think, like, can I be so real? And this is not me hating on any of these. This is just an observation. This is not a statement. But has there been, like, or is it, and maybe I'm just dumb, and I feel like there's, like, two, like, really big divides right now. Okay, stay with me. Stay with me. It feels like there's shonen where it's like mostly bog standard and like plus supernatural stuff. Like, am I mean supernatural? I mean like specifically. Okay, pause. Okay, they have all that, and then there's just the fantasy genre, which I feel has been doing a lot, but it feels like it's very relegated to its own space. But then, which I usually feel like they overlap more. You feel me? So I think it's because we're doing these supernatural hunter sort of things. They don't quite, and a lot of them are in modern settings, they don't quite fit the fantasy motif. I'm wondering when the cycle, I'm so sorry, this is me pontificating. I'm wondering when the cycle is gonna like switch over and like fantasy and like like it not being a side, because there's some really big fantasy series that have obviously popped off, like Frieren, Dungeon Meshi, more shit like that. Um, all the fucking 30 billion isekai of fucking. But I feel like firmly they're in an isekai like mode with fantasy right now. It's not like, and not to say that isekai is not like mainstream. It's obviously mainstream. I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying is like it feels like there's the top, the this and this, and then there's the isekai branch, which like don't really get compared in the same way. Because I always feel like after Sword Fart Online, there kind of was like a isekai kind of got like a weird like I don't want to say pushback, but kind of like, okay, pause. I've been watching anime since I was very, very young. Um, a lot of anime that I probably should have been watching at the age I was watching it at. But like, but what was I saying? But like, I didn't start cosplaying until later. I'm not a new fan of anime. I've been watching anime my whole life. But I feel like there was a trend when like a lot more high fantasy stuff was like inseparable with shonen at the time. And then there's like a cycle where like sci-fi is really popular. And there's a cycle where it's like, and I'm wondering when fantasy is going to cycle back to that because I feel like we're on that precipice. I feel like we're on the precipice. I feel like we went futuristic, realistic, gritty right now is like a little bit more, but then it's like magical hunt is kind of the main. But I think it'll like trickle back because obviously they always remain popular. Like fantasy's a huge genre, huge, huge genre. I'm from New York suddenly. Um, but it's a huge genre, so I don't want to pretend like it's not. But pause. Another thing, while we're talking, and the liquor's talking for me. I don't know, and this is always something I feel another hot take of mine because now I can think of them. I don't see Star Wars as a sci-fi. I don't think I ever will. I don't think it's a sci-fi. I think it's a science fantasy, and I know it's the same thing, but it's not. Come on, we know it's not, though, right? We know it's not the same. If you, I don't know if that's an actual official genre title, so I'm the one talking my ass on this. I'm the underdog in this conversation. But they've got wizards, they've got monks, they've got a hero party, they've got pretty much everything a fantasy has, even space magic. They don't really, like, obviously they have tech, but it's all based off of, like, high magic. Is that really in the same category as, like, Star Trek or Alien? Is it? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, I don't think so. But that's just my opinion. I'm just some bitch. It doesn't matter. I listen, and this is goes to if I dissed something that you really like. If I called Kaguchi Buchi or whatever the fuck that was called, what was it? Rami said it, but I don't remember what it's called. That one, if I call it mid, it's because it's mid, but it's also my opinion that it's mid. Like, there's a lot of people whose midness matters not because it's their favorite thing. A lot of people, I fucking love Danganronpa. You think Danganronpa's gonna be hung in the Louvre? Or fucking win a Pulitzer? It's Danganronpa. No, it ain't. It's fine. I like Danganronpa though. It is what it is. So if you are like, damn, she's shitting on stuff I like, who gives a fuck what some random bitch says on the internet? Western fantasy tropes, to be honest. Yeah, I can I be so real? If you're gonna do Western fantasy, why does it always have to be the same thing? Like you said, like knights, elves, can't we do like Western monsters and stuff like that are a lot more like less common? Like I feel it wouldn't get so boring if they didn't all do the same thing. Like that's why I'm gonna give Dungeon Meshi a little bit of a reprieve. Um, because they kind of do a little bit something different, especially with the world building is interesting. But like there are also so many fucking regions of the world we could be basing stuff. We don't always have to do Western fantasy. And when we're doing Western fantasy, why are we doing the same three things? I don't know. There's a whole big planet of fantasy we could be delving into. And we're just not, and I think it's boring. Like, honestly, I wish there was like more things involving, well, never mind. Because of how they're handling stuff a little bit now is not great for the Mesoamerican people. My apologies, because middle and like there's an anime that's going around about like central Latin American, but specifically like indigenous folklore, and it's not being handled the best. So I don't remember what it's called, but I feel like a lot of time when that's handled, it's not handled well. So maybe baby steps. But I also think these should be represented, and there's so many cool monsters, there's so many cool hero types, there's so many cool things, and we just don't tap into any of it. And it's like I can't even bet on fucking a good retelling of the Epic of Gilgamesh, and that's the fucking oldest story that we have written down. And we still don't have a good retelling of that. And everyone comes in here and is like, great. No. Fate may have those characters in it. It's not a retelling of Gilgamesh. It's not even those character archetypes. Once again, yeah, that's why I was just like, I know what's happening. It's not good rep though, so it's dumb. So I'm just not even gonna bother. But there's so much rich history. All listen, aside from Yu-Gi-Oh, where's all like fucking more Egyptian lore and stuff like that? You know, there's just so much stuff from every region and nook and cranny in the world, and we're stuck to Night Elf, Mage, Magic Book, and it's like, oh, okay, okay, whatever. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Alex. Wise Mentor MC. Wise Mentor MC is Pig Moisture Farmer in Star Wars. Magic Sword, goes without saying. Save the Princess, Animal Sidekick, Evil Empire controlled by Evil Wizard. It's a classic fantasy with a space coat of paint. And the thing is, I think it's fine, but I don't think Star Wars is sci-fi. I think I'm allowed to say that sci-fi requires, like, a specific tech high setting, not a magic high setting. And that's just it. Moisture farmer. It's been a long time since I watched Star Wars to be 100%. If I can be 100% with you guys, I like Star Wars. Don't get me wrong. But when people are like, it's required watching, I mean, is it? Is it required? I think that's a little. I think it's giving it a bit too much credit. I think it's like a bit too much. Like if you want to watch Star Wars stuff or that shit interests you, I think it's definitely required watching because it's pretty. It's extremely significant in its genre. But do I think it's like required that every citizen watches Star Wars? No. It's you can get most of it from mimetic activity. Exactly. I would love to see more different fantasy stuff like actually like see the light of day instead of just being like randomly sprinkled in. Like yeah, it's cool when like fucking Iraqi is like we're basing this off of the Egyptian pantheon, but it's like but why does no one pull from like that stuff normal? Like why is it just this like random aside which not shading Iraqi for that, but I'm just like cuz Iraqi's not making like a old fantasy. Why is every period piece fantasy like in two settings in anime? Which is like obviously it's fine, like feudalistic Japan, that's gonna happen. But like, does that always have to be Western fantasy? Yawn. Yawn. It's a little boring. It's a little boring, I cannot lie. It's kind of like it's always like the same. Okay, I'm done. We're supposed to be positive today. We're supposed to be positive. Um, but sci-fi can be really good and rewarding and a really cool genre. That's why I feel like it gets slept on. And but it also like Star Wars is not. Also, what ethical quandary? Because I don't feel like it's every sci-fi, but it's damn near every single one has like an ethical question in the root of it, and there's not. They're telling a fantasy story. Like there's nothing societal and like it thematically it doesn't feel like one because it also doesn't deal with anything that sci-fi typically does. A lot of times sci-fi typically oh my god presents you with an ethical issue about modern society in a new package or like an abstraction of like what it is, whether it be you see a lot of times of how we treat like incarcerated people being a theme or how we treat colonization because obviously how we treat interpersonal like politics, how we treat like when we have a survivalist narrative like sci-fi where you have to like it's dystopian like and things like that, you have all these like mini ethical quandaries that take place in this very specific sci-fi that sci-fi tends to inflate or like portray in a different way to get you thinking about it. That's kind of what sci-fi is known for. Is that's why sci-fi tends to be a little headier. Um, Obviously, aside from the setting itself, I don't think Star Wars matches in either regard. I don't think it thematically feels like a sci-fi. I don't think it's setting aside from being in space a sci-fi. But I'm gonna say this: Sailor Moon is very space heavy. I don't know if I'd consider that a sci-fi because it deals with the planets. And video games, every new fantasy action game is kind of look at dead ass. And also, that's another thing is like, and I'm not talking about, okay, can I be so, and I'm also gonna say this because this is me being just a bitchy. And I get to be bitchy one day a month. It's my one allowance. I'm not like super into any of the monster design and shit from Elden Ring. I'm sure the gameplay is great. But speaking from people who've talked to me about it, because I am playing that fucking game. Open world is not good for the gaming industry. It can be good for certain games, but it's toxic overall because it gives them an easy out not to make more game. Because then you gotta walk further, and it's like it's open world, it's a feature. It's like, but there's nothing in it. I feel like it's an excuse not to finish your game. You're like, it's just open world, so you could just do it. I understand when open world's necessary. I understand when it works. A lot of times it feels like a shortcut. And that's just my honest opinion. And I feel the same. Listen, sorry, my elbows were wet. You ever elbows get like a little too wet? Piss you off a little bit? Is it just me? It's my wig. It's not my head sliding back. It was my wig all along. A real friend would have told me my wig is sliding back. It's okay. It was barely noticeable. Barely clockable, one might say. But how do I say this in a nice way? Mm, eh-eh. I like the concept for certain games. I've played a few open world games. It's not always the tea it's cracked out to be, in my opinion. I'm always like, was this a choice or was this a way to get out of making more game? And sometimes I feel like they use it to make more game, especially with how, like, I don't know. Actually, I do know. You ever notice lately it feels like nothing's finished upon release? I feel like that's too common of a trend, and it kind of heavily pisses me off, actually. Because if I'm buying a game, if it's $60 fucking, I'm sorry, that game better be done. That game better be done. Mm-mm. Because then what's the point of paying all that money if the game's not done? Or like, instead of making sequels to games just to make the bread, why don't we like make sure the game is good? Who said that? I also am like, that's why like as much as like people really like CD Project Red, I still think it was really scammy that they released Cyberpunk unfinished. And people are like, oh, they're investors. Like, well, they had to have lied to their investors. Your investors don't just all pull out of the game for no reason. They like literally thought you were like gang banging before. Oh my god, everything fits now. Everything makes sense. But either way, it's fine. If you get what you paid for, but I think you should get what you pay for on launch. If I wanted to pay for something and then get it early when it's still buggy, I'd play the beta. This is on launch. It should be done. Just my humble opinion. I can give you one more contentious Star Wars opinion. Jar Jar hate is overrated. I don't like that guy. Not for a good reason. I just kind of like him. I just kind of fuck with him. He's a little silly looking. Dare I say, had the best Geo up, but they borderline ruined that reputation for us. Or glow up, my bad. Yes, it had an amazing glow up, but it's just like, buddy, like, this could have ruined everything because I know the Witcher series is like, okay, well, I will say there's a particular term they use for games like that I know are not I don't know if it's this very like polite name, but I don't remember what the actual term is. But it's like it has charms and it had like errors in it, and that's fine. And I also actually I could give you a better example of this, but instead of having like it as a result of like lower funding or something, stick on topic. The game has a great glow up. However, that shit should be available on launch. Why was Sims 2 better at having car animation? And that came out in what was it? Oh, how 2007? 2008? Come on now. I don't know when Sims 2 came out, but that had better car animation. And that's crazy to think about. but it is what it is. I will say, let me scooch again. I'm so sorry I keep like readjusting. It's just my hip. Sorry. But like, I don't know how to say this. So I'll say it politely. Um, I'm glad they got it figured out for the people who played the game, who love the series. And honestly, I wanted it to be good too. And so I felt bad when it came out and it wasn't done. I felt the same way about like when people were really excited for the Fallout games. It was like Fallout 4 was a disappointment. Fallout 76 was a disappointment. And like I feel bad for people who get really invested in these series and nothing, like because it's like, it's like I felt bad for One Punch Man fans. They deserved better than that one season. Like how they became a slideshow, and I know a lot of One Punch Man fans who like way deserved but like I don't want to say deserve better. Like I don't know what goes behind the scenes. I'm not an animator. I'm not saying that they did bad. I'm just saying like I can't believe the studio did a budget like this, and this. I'm sure not having a season would have been better than this. But I'm just like, what am I supposed to do here? Aside from, I just want game companies to release games that are playable on day one. It's like, maybe it's just one thing is like, people will act like it's entitled to expect your game to run, but then they'll be like, oh, what if someone wasn't nice to me in this one particular instance, so they're a jerk. And it's like, but you'll be willing to buy an unfinished game, and that's at least promised to, I don't know. I don't know. I agree because I felt honestly because I don't know much about One Punch Man, but I know their fan base tends to be like really chill. So I was just like, if any fan base deserves a better season than that, I felt so bad because I was just like, they're just minding their own business, and then this is what they get. I'm pretty sure they just would have rather not had a season than that. Especially because, from what I understand, it was also during a pretty important arc for a character, and it's just like it felt like it was ruined. It's like I would have rather just had nothing. And I know that's like a lot of. It's not the only one. I know like Tokyo Ghoul fans feel similarly, even though I don't like Tokyo Ghoul. Not the anime. I just wasn't a big fan of the manga either. I don't know. I couldn't get into the manga. I'll say it that way. It's not like I read it all the way through. Like I did some of them, and then I was just like, "This is butt." There's a few that I read all the way through because I was convinced it was gonna get good, and I don't do that anymore for a reason. If I'm think it's gonna be bad, I'm just gonna drop it because when I am perfectly chill dropping a series like 90% of the time. Pause, but dot. I get really upset when I feel like my time gets wasted. And that's on me as a consumer. I should stop earlier. It's the ultimate middle schooler brain anime since the family got shipped. I agree. I also it's like one of those was it My Hero? Same thing. It's like but My Hero from my understanding had good animation all throughout. So it's just like I saw like a few what's the word I'm looking for? Scenes and it was like that shit like a slideshow. But that one thing I will not tolerate though is when people were like the horse anime gets this and Blue Lock got that and One Punch Man is like, excuse me, it's Uma Musume and it's about believing in yourself and the trials of individual characters and maybe it does deserve that animation. It's also like one of the highest grossing animes ever in like game and everything. So maybe they have the budget for it. And I like Uma Musume. I like Uma Musume. It's really fun. I need to catch up on the anime and the manga. I've heard is pretty great too. So, but that's me. I don't really. It's weird because I don't like a lot of action. I love Dorohedoro, love Chainsaw Man, obviously, love quite a few others. But I'm just like I like some character designs from One Punch Man. I like some characters. Oh, I don't even really like that many character designs from My Hero either. I like how the artist Pause. I like how the artist draws, but there's no particular character design that I was like, oh my god, that character's awesome. Aside like at all. Aside from like Mirko's really cool, but that's pretty much like I don't know. Well, one attention to detail I really like. I like that All Might is drawn like Western comics, specifically like American comics. I think that's really cool, especially since that was his like inspiration for that character. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Thank you. It's masked from Nikkei, but it's her maid outfit, definitely not pirate outfit. Though I'm not wearing the apron because I used like there are no more bubbles. But when there was bubbles, I didn't want them to dye my apron. Shona likes to put down non-shonens while their shit comes out of track. Thank you. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to sound like a hater. We took the words out of my mouth because they shonen action fans will act like they're the only fucking they'll act like they're the only fans of anything. And it's like, hey. And then they'll watch like 2 seconds of a slow burn and be like, this is boring. Sorry, I'm fixing my lash. I got so mad my lash flipped down. That's how you know. But like they'll watch like 2 seconds of something that's not like in your face, and it's not even slow pace. It's just not like I'm gonna explain my entire backstory the first time I meet you, and they're like, what is this? Boring slop?" And it's like, brother, read a book. And I'm not trying to shade because there's a space in the world for spaghetti non like like sugary. You know when the people are saying like empty calories with like pixie sticks or something that's all sugar? There's space in the world for that. But why are those the people that get to dictate everyone's taste? It's boring. It's why I got tired of watching superhero movies. And I listen. Okay, actually, I'm gonna say this. I watched a lot of the Marvel Pantheon. All right, I watched a lot of them. There's a few I watched after this, but I'm gonna say the majority I stopped once Endgame. Once Endgame hit, I was out. I was like, y'all are like said this is done. I cannot. And then I watched like a couple others afterwards, but there was like for the most part, I was like, it has to be over now. Like I can't keep doing this. I can't go to the theater or like find or like watch every single prereq to watch a movie. I don't think I could put myself through that again. And I watched it like ever since I was a kid, so I was like pretty caught up because a lot of my friends were like super into it. And I like supporting my friends. I like doing stuff with my friends. Even if it's not like 100% my favorite thing in the world, I'll still like to do it. But there's something when it comes to I think I reached a level of superhero burnout and I was just like I don't want to hear anything about a superhero ever again. Or at least for like 10 years or something. I'm just over it. I'm so over it. Now all our Spider-Man and other little heroes is like, yeah. Honestly, Spider-Man, I think they have like what? I think they said they're gonna do a trilogy of the Spider-Verse, and they haven't came out with a third one yet. To be honest, I hadn't watched Spider-Verse, and then my friend had a movie night, and I've like seen a lot of clips from the first one, but I never sat down and watched the whole movie. I've just watched the majority of it out of order, which is like fine. But I'm also like, this is a really good movie. Like this was worth watching, but I was like so superhero fatigued when that came out. I was like, I don't want to watch it anymore. And also, like, it came out at a time where I wasn't really going to movies because I didn't like have money to go to movies. So like, I would have to like ingest like a lot of movies from experiencing stuff online. So, but that's really fun. I know the new Spider-Man movie just came out, and I also think Spider-Man's interesting because, hey, Spider-Man has always tends to be an exception for people who are like, I don't like superhero movies, but because I think like Spider-Man characters are inherently a little bit more relatable. I think they do a little bit more character work. I feel like that's people will have an exception of Batman or Spider-Man. Those are like the two, the animal men. They're like one or the other. I feel that. And honestly, I like Spider-Man. I like the Green Goblin. He's my favorite enemy. Or I guess